You're such an asshole.
Hey everybody, the old captain here, assholeconsulting.com, where if you pay me, I'll do it, as long as it's legal. Hey Aaron, my 2000 Dodge Dakota pickup truck has turned into a gas guzzler lately. It says it's only getting 10.5 miles per gallon in town. It feels less than that. It used to get about 15 or so. I noticed a big difference lately. I replaced the spark plugs and put a new air filter in, which was about due anyways, thinking it might help, but it didn't. I want to keep the truck. I don't need great gas mileage because I don't drive far and I have two vehicles, but I am determined to find the problem. I have a Ford Taurus that turned into a gas hog one time. That vehicle was an unreliable piece of shit, so I just got rid of it. This vehicle has been reliable and only has 150,000 miles on it. Yeah, but 2,000? Age is starting to get to it now. It's not the years. No, it is the years. It's not the mileage. And those Dakotas, I don't recall being all that reliable anyway. The truck runs good. I know you're knowledgeable working on used vehicles. What do you think would be the cause of a vehicle to turn into a gas guzzler like that? What would you look for? Do you think a mechanic would be able to diagnose the problem if I can't figure it out? Yeah, I told you to take it to a mechanic because I'm just going to take shots in the dark because I'm not a mechanic. But you paid me and you wanted my opinion, so I'll do it. Do you think the problem is easy to diagnose? Do you think where you get your gas can affect your mileage? Your thoughts? All right. Could be a bunch of different things. All right, let's talk. I would say it's time to turn it in. 150,000 miles, get yourself a new truck. Not new, but a new used one. Especially if it's costing you this much. But you know, hey, if you don't need to go long distances and you just need it to haul things. I mean, I got a truck. I use it primarily just to haul wood. I barely put any miles on it. I really don't care about the gas mileage. It's almost moot. So a couple things. O2 sensor, if it even has that. Let's start there. An O2 sensor that optimizes the gas-air mixture. I would look at that. Another thing, tires being properly inflated. Stupid stuff like that. You already shot the air filter, so it could be the air filter. You did the spark plugs. I'm trying to think of everything that has nothing to do with the engine just getting old and you're losing compression. What else? You could try and add, what's it called? You could use the premium fuel, put in, I don't know, 2,000, you got carbs and fuel injectors, I'm going to assume fuel injector. Use some gum out, some fuel additive, try and clean that out. It could be, here's another thing, it says it's only getting 10.5 miles. What if your device is wrong? Why don't you go and actually calculate it out? Fill it up, go drive it around, keep track of the mileage, then fill it up again, see how many gallons you use, see how many miles, divide, get your actual miles that way. Your fuel efficiency gauge or measuring stick could be wrong. Check the oil, but honestly, that age, not necessarily mileage, but that age, I would think you're losing compression. Within the engine, it comes off the assembly line perfect, but on an atomic level, just like your tire inevitably loses rubber and needs to be replaced, the cylinder pistons start to scratch and you lose the air and pressure with compression within the chamber. And that's usually why you lose fuel efficiency when it comes to vehicles. And that is a question, do you want to get a new engine? For a 2000 Dodge Dakota, probably not. You could probably find a decent used truck for a couple $1,000s more. It doesn't have quite the miles, I'll get a lot more mileage. But yeah, take a look at the O2 sensor if it has it. I'm sure a bunch of mechanics down below will tell you other stuff that you can check. I mean, go ahead and go online. It's some basic stuff, air filter, things we've talked about before, tire pressure. But at this age and that mileage, it's a good shot that your engine is going to be, you can bore it out again if you want, but again, is it worth it on a piece of crap truck like that? And it is even, look, if you're just using it to go be a grocery getter, it doesn't have to get great mileage either. But yeah, so you could go ahead and try and troubleshoot it that way. Do all the minor repairs and basic maintenance that you have to do, schedule it. Here's another thing you might want to do, 150,000 miles. Have you ever done the regular scheduled maintenance on it? Take it to, don't take it to the Chrysler dealership. Take it to a mechanic you trust. Go online, see what the scheduled maintenance is. have them look at it at the same time too, and then they'll say, yeah, it's not 150,000 miles, it's not gonna be worth even doing the scheduled maintenance on it. After a while, you just gotta get a new damn truck. So, all right, that's my best troubleshooting there. I'd say it's a 50% shot that it's just an old engine, you're losing compression, but you can, since you don't really need it, and it's sufficing now, you got all the time in the world to troubleshoot it. So I would look it up online, scheduled maintenance, 150,000 miles, 2000 Dodge Dakota, and then just go through the checklist. A lot of that stuff you could do on your own. I wonder if the timing belt, my knowledge of mechanics is not that good. A loose timing belt, maybe, I don't know. But that's what I would do. So if you got the time, go ahead, try and troubleshoot this thing, use it as a learning experience. But if you need it, if it's really bad, take it to a mechanic. Just take it to a mechanic. Well, another thing you could do, God, do they even have the plugins at 2000? I was wondering if you had to, go to O'Reilly's or Napa, you get the little plug-in diagnostic, plug it in. They'll tell you everything wrong with the truck, but it's an 18-year-old truck. I don't know if they had those plugins back then. So. All right, that's it. You guys got questions? Cappy's got answers. Over at asolconsulting.com. Toodles.